Well, obviously, when you put the resources in to take them away, Saquon, those other things open up. So that's what we said. We don't care how we win, and we don't care about anyone's opinion of how we should win. We just want to win. And like Jalen said, just because we weren't winning a certain way doesn't mean we can't. We didn't need to. Tonight we did. We needed to. And that's where you tune out the noise, you tune out everything, and you just focus on how you're going to win each and every week, and how you're going to get better each and every week.
Well, tonight you look pretty darn good. You got better. Well, Alex,
Coach, how satisfying was this for you? Throughout the season, there was scrutiny in Philadelphia, even from your own fans. But tonight, you're a world champion. How satisfying is it for you personally?
When you have criticism and when you have adversity, I'm grateful for that because it helps you get better. If you embrace the adversity, it helps you get better. And so, and really just doubling down on the things you know are true and not really caring about the opinions of others, just doubling down on the things that you know are true. In our case, it's talk detail together and how we get better. How do we get better at that? And I said to somebody already, it's like, what a great example for my, that I'm going to be able to do for my kids.
Yeah.
They're going through struggles on social media or in the world, and I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to be able to look back on this year. So I'm grateful for the adversity because the adversity makes you who you are. I can think back in my entire life of that. And so embrace the adversity, work your butt off, and, do it how you know how to do it. Even if you're not the vision of what people think you should be, you got to lead the way you know you need to lead.
Absolutely. How do you get that? Go back to this whole thing. How do you get guys like this? This guy's a dog on the outside to buy in to a different formula, right? To check their ego. Jalen, Devontae, like all these guys check their ego. Like I know you kind of brushed over that. That's hard. That's rare in professional football. And obviously it paid off and it worked. But like, can you talk about that process?
Well, it takes special people with good heart. This guy's not one of the best people in the NFL. One of the best birds, for how do you say that? I don't know. I'm not using right. But one of the best people in the NFL.
Yes.
He's selfless. Yeah, he wants the ball because he knows he can change the game every time he touches the ball, as you saw tonight. But he's a world champ forever, and we can't be world champs without him. And you know what? He missed a couple games this year. He would have had 1,400 yards again, even if we were the run-heavy team. And so, Devontae, Jalen, we have selfless guys, and that's just the work of you putting into team over and over again. But you cannot get better as a team unless you have good people, and we got good people. Great football players, great people.
when did you guys know? Okay, they'll probably sell out to do the best against our running back.
Last week.
Yeah. That's the thing every single week. We know we have a special running back, special running game, and we just know we just got to be ready. Be ready to answer the call and make plays when our number's called.
Talk about Jalen. Both these guys can. Obviously, Howie Roseman was up here, and he'll be back. And he made a few key moves these last few years. It's all paid off. Talk about Jalen in his eyes when the championship game, I thought he threw the ball the best he had in 2 months. Tonight he topped that.
Yeah.
Tell me how you know from the first pass he throws, we got one of those games out of it. How do you know?
Jalen said it earlier. Just because we're not, I said this earlier, right? Just because you're not winning a certain way doesn't mean you can't. And so we knew it was there. We knew we had the players there. We had to, Kellen did a great job calling it, and we knew the guys that we had. You sell out to stop the run, we can pass. You sell out to stop the pass and play too high to keep a shell over him, we can run. And that's why you need selfish people.
From a schematic standpoint, you knew when they were going to come down and crowd the box. How excited is to know that's going to happen and we got one-on-one on the outside?
I'm so happy, and because they have a really good cornerback over there, Trent McDuffie, and they trust him, and that's all I want. And the defensive coordinator to trust your number one, to give me that one-on-one, and they load the box. And I'm just trying to just make plays and stay ready. I get so excited. I'm so excited, but I just try to just go over my details really quick and just stay locked in and make the play.
I've been studying receivers for a long time. Nobody's better at one-on-one coverage than this guy right here. It's incredible.
What was you guys' mindset getting ready for this defense? This Steve Spagnuolo defense. What did you guys anticipate, getting ready for? Certainly they can throw a lot at you. And then obviously the adjustments you made out here.
Exactly that. First and foremost, we had to be on the same page. because he's going to force you to try not to be, right? And they got us a couple times, right? On the interception, they got us. We turned one free there, but be on the same page. Communication was going to be at an all-time high, and then be ready to adjust because with our experience, and then especially with Spags defense, you're going to get things you don't expect you're going to get. And so we're going to have to be ready to adjust. We made a couple of adjustments on it. Coach did a good job of making some adjustments on the sideline. But those were the keys.
You know, speaking of coordinators, Vic Fangio, Kellen Moore, I mean, you got a couple of good ones there, just making the change, going with those guys, and the impact that they had. Talk about those coaches a little bit.
Yeah, they're special coaches. I made my plea to the world in front of everybody, to Kellen, but let's run this shit back one more time.
Something tells me that's not going to happen. Something tells me it's not happening.
But no, Vic, you know, and I think the person that, you know, everyone's going to talk about Vic and Kellen, and they should. They're unbelievable. But our special teams, Michael Clay, has done such an unbelievable job all year. Again, going back to offense, defense, special teams, practice squad. You cannot be great without the greatness of others.
Yeah. Can you guys talk about what this is going to mean to the city of Philadelphia? Again, like, I mean, to be back here again, to get the sweet revenge. I mean, not many teams have been able to do this, right? We went back, no quarterback. Jalen's the first quarterback since John Elway, right, to get Super Bowl revenge. Right, like, I mean, what do you think this means? We saw pictures. Philly's going nuts.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Mark Brown moved up there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go ahead, take it, AJ.
I just know it means everything. You know, they yelling at you on the sideline. You know,
You guys never heard that?
you know, they're very passionate. The love, the support. You know, I got fans with a whole book club section over there. You know, it means the world to them. And I'm just so glad that we can get it done for the city of Philadelphia, man. This is home. This is the best place in the world. Philadelphia, we can't wait to get back to celebrate. This is very special.
We didn't want it to, you know, that was the message last night. We don't want this to end. The only way this season to end, and the only way, I can't remember who said it, maybe it was you, AJ, but the only way this season doesn't end is if we get a parade and we get that ring ceremony back in Philly. And we said from the beginning, like, we knew we had a stretch at the end of a bunch of home games in a row. I think 4 out of 5 were at home. And then we kept pointing over at the stadium all practice. You know, I remember that, and saying, hey, we're going to have to win some games here in January. We ended up having to win 3, and you can't do that without special fans. Man, they're awesome.
Well, here's the thing. When they write the book on this year's Philadelphia Eagles, there'll be a whole lot of numbers in that book. Right?
Sure, for sure. There's going to be a good cover, too.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be on the cover on it.
You know what you guys did. You overpowered the two-term defending champions. You overpowered them.
I can't wait to watch NFL primetime.
Well, I guess we can't wait to watch it.
I can't wait to watch it. I hope the highlights. I hope the highlights.
Hey, let me give you the highlights. Congratulations, Congratulations, champ. Congratulations, AJ. Thank you
Big
very
time, man.
much.
Congrats, man.
Where did Howie go? Is Howie gone already? All right, cheers to it. So thank you, fellas. All right, let's, it was a blowout from start to finish. I did make a mistake. That's really last remember, but you get the point. Here's what Alex is referencing. Not many. You get in the Super Bowl, you lose, we'll have another chance. Elway, a long time. Bob Greasy, a long time. Len Dawson, 3 years. By the way, he won his in Tulane 55 years ago for the Chiefs. What's the similarity with these 3? They're all in the Hall of Fame. Oh, by the way. So the Seeds still are cleaning up the confetti. You said it quickly. The two defensive. I mean, there was beauty, even in the little things with the show. Little things. A flag. Chiefs getting penalized when they couldn't get off the field. Again, it sounds foolish when we're talking the big score of a blowout. Little things.
Get the eyes in the sky.
Eyes are punting it twice in the end zone.
Care package out
Brady
there.
lands, get it out at the 6-yard line. Next play, interception right before it. Even little things added up to a huge blowout. It was full for the Eagles.
I mean, it was dominant again, and then we come back to it, the Chiefs press, right? That's what we saw, like the Patrick press. Finally, like, we've never seen him do that, and that's what pressure does, right? Like, especially with a 4-man front. When you're getting pressure like that on the back end, I mean on the front, and they got you outnumbered on the back end, right? And again, the third down, we throw the pick 6, and then you said it backed up. Those changed the game. Obviously, took it from a 10-point lead to 24-0 before the half.
Tonight was a reminder, even the greatest of the great quarterbacks can't be sped up. You're practically sped up tonight by that defensive line. Yep. Speaking of quarterbacks,
We got one here.
Congratulations, Sean.
Come on.
Come on, gentlemen.
Commencing surveillance operation.
MVP of the game. Championship winning quarterback.
what's up, baby?
Super Bowl winning quarterback. And he did it with aplomb. He did it.
Check 50%.
My goodness, it was clicking right out of the gates.
That's what you work for. All the effort, all the energy, everything over the years is to be a champion.
Exactly. Look at these. Two of the faces that everybody has known the program. Saquon and Jalen, congratulations, champs.
I'm gonna jump out here. Jalen, first off, congrats, bro. Appreciate you. Can you talk about your mindset, man? I think there's such lessons to be learned about your mindset. You can call it stoicism. I think you have great perspective on life. Like, it doesn't matter the highs and lows. I feel like you don't ride the roller coaster.
They're all one and the same.
Yeah.
They're all one and the same.
Where does it come from?
It comes from all of that. It comes from the ups, the downs, the joys and the pains that life has brought me. And people forget that. Maybe they don't. I'm that same kid. I'm that same person that has experienced all those different things. Since the age of 17, being adding fuel to everything. And I've been able to process those things and use them and make it a strength of mine. You can't do it without great people around you, and just setting out to do something so special, putting all your time and all your energy into it, and still really processing it. I just think about the work. I think about the work. I think about the effort. I think about just setting that vision on trying to quantify everything that I do.
Tell me about summer for this young man.
The first one, didn't hesitate at all. Didn't hesitate at all in terms of getting work in. And flew out to Cali right after he became a part of the team, and he wasn't going to be the leading reception, leading guy in receptions, but he was all in and just trying to build a bond. And I think the energy Saquon is ball. How he leads, I think it's oozed through our team, and I think it couldn't be a better compliment.
Did you know, obviously, you signed here, Saquon, and your offensive line, I don't even know how you seal. I really don't.
He don't got a CEO around that league.
When Lane Johnson, what is he, 325, and he's the small guy, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 57.
Yeah.
What's it like running behind these guys?
I mean, if I can't see over them, they can't see me either. And that helps. The O-line, we have the best O-line in the world, and that's why we're able to do what we're able to do. And it's talking to those guys up front. I tell them every single day that we go as you guys go, and they showed a big for us against that.
I know this is old news. You play them twice a year, so you know who the Eagles were. But when you became a member and you flew to Cali in July and August, what hit you right away that was even above what you hoped the Philadelphia Eagles would be?
It hit me, that first time we all got in the huddle. I look to my left, and there's Jalen, and I see the O-line, and you see AJ, Smitty, Dallas. Right there, I knew we had to sweat the team, and my job was just try to add anything that I can. They've been to Super Bowl already, and I just wanted to add anything I can, whether it's in leadership, whether it's running the ball, and I'm just happy to be part of this team and be world champions.
Yeah, I watched him tonight, Jalen. I gotta throw it.
You don't care about that. I don't care about it either. Sometimes they come when it's supposed to. And I'm just happy that we were able to find a way to get a victory. It was a very, very, very good performance.
Folks talked about it, and now look at these guys jump in. You kind of knew that they would sell out. I mean, that might not work, right? I mean, we turned a lot for 50 yards in the game was over. But you knew that they would sell out offensively to have a lot of hands on the ball. Okay. You look at AJ, you look at the Slim Reaper, you look at Donner, you go, game on. I mean, you knew that all week that was probably what the Chiefs were going to do, and they did, right?
Well, every game is different, and I think that's the message that I've been preaching all year. And want everyone to understand that every game will require a different version of a person. And so all we need to go do is just play our game and trust in what we're prepped to do
and have those conversations so we can continue to evolve. And sometimes you got to pick your poison. And I